Hello and welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I'm your host, Dennis Bithoulkas, and it's time for Star Wars The Bad Batch Season 2, Episode 3, The Solitary Clone. Welcome, everybody. Let me take care of some business first, and we'll get down to it. If you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible to one of the videos in my vast video library and pops it up here just for you. And if you like what you see there, please hit that subscribe button down below there. And if you can, hit that like button, the share button as well. And if you want to know when I'm going to be on live again next, you can go over to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule up there. I change it out every week. Also, I have all the links to my social media there and all the links to my pages. All righty. Yes, I know I'm a little bit later in the week this time around with this. Getting back to work and things are just crazy. So that's why things are there, how they are. Hey, Cheryl, how's it going? Let's get started, shall we? Spoiler alert, I am going to spoil the episode. If you have not seen the episode, go and watch it. Come on back. This will be a video. You can comment down below in the comment section. All right. So, actually a really good episode this week. We finally find out what happened to Crosshair, and he's of course with the rest of the clones. He's with the stormtroopers, and we found out that he was found on Camino after a couple of weeks. So he was there for a while after all this stuff happened. Was rescued and was only, while we're watching this, he's actually medically cleared to go back and become a stormtrooper, of course, and resume his duties, but not lead a battalion like he was last time around. Vice Admiral Rampart does not want him doing that. So we also find out that there is a world that was a separatist world, and the governor doesn't want to give up, doesn't want to become part of the Empire, and is still a separatist, and takes the Empire governor that comes out there hostage. Uh, so, of course, it becomes a quote unquote rescue mission, if you will. And Crosshair is teamed up with Captain Cody, who we haven't seen. Actually, we find out what happened to Captain Cody after Order 66 was given, and Captain Cody is alive. Obviously, is kind of feeling out Crosshair to see where his allegiances lie, and Crosshair is very cagey to say the least. So they, of course, get to that world, get shot down, and basically need to fight their way through. It looks almost like an episode of the Clone Wars in the way. I mean, they're fighting clankers again. Uh, Only this time where we see it from the other side of all of this. Now that the stormtroopers are the Empire, uh, are the separatists the bad guys this time, or are they the rebels? Because yeah, it gets kind of skewed, and this is a very interesting point of view. This episode actually, we haven't seen this in Star Wars, especially since the prequels and all this. We never saw really what happened to the separatists who were kind of left holding the bag when the Republic turns into the Empire. And this is the first time we see this. The governor of this world knows Dooku, obviously, and even says that Dooku warned about this, that this is what the Republic was going to turn into, was going to become a fascist state. And that's actually exactly what happens. And in the end of all of this, the Empire's governor just orders, Cody to kill this person, just kill him outright, even though it's all over with. The clankers are all dead, and Cody hesitates. He's not going to kill. I mean, he's already talked this person down into dropping the weapon and all this stuff. And a single gunshot rings out, and it's Crosshair who kills the governor in cold blood. It kills the separatist governor in cold blood. proving his allegiance to the Empire at that point. And yeah, he's pretty much, and he's the solitary clone. We see him by himself every day, in his room, also eating, meals alone, all this kind of stuff. And no one of the other clones want anything to do with him because, well, he's pariah because he's part of Troop 99 there, and also they've gone rogue, and also he botched a mission, all that kind of stuff. So he's on his own. He is the solitary clone. And also he kind of fucked over you know, his boys as well. So we got all that going for us. But at the very end, the kicker is Rampart calls him back in, and says, he's getting ready to assume another command. And Crosshair asks, well, what happened to Captain Cody? I thought it was under him. And he says, oh, he's gone AWOL. Like a lot of the clones are starting to do. A lot of the clones are starting to go AWOL. So we start seeing that. Um, yeah, this is kind of an interesting little point of view. And I mean, granted, this episode is only what, like 20 minutes, maybe. Somewhere around there, 25, half an hour. We'll just say it's about half an hour there. It really doesn't say how long it is, but it's a lot that's packed into this. And actually, this is probably one of the best episodes we've seen so far of the Bad Batch. And if we're going to get more episodes like this, then I'm all for it. I mean, this is actually what I want to see. Um, and also we're getting the influx of new troopers as well, so not clone troopers, but basically recruits. We see this as they have the new helmets, so they have different helmets as they're getting off the transports. So they are not the old troopers, but they're not the clone troopers, they're the new troopers that are coming in, the conscripts, if you will. And this also irks the clones because this is what they were made for, was to you know protect the republic. And well, they were also made to fight a war. So there's all kinds of stuff going on, and I'm really kind of wondering if they're going to delve deeper into all of this, and I think they will. And this is what we want to see. Cheryl says some clones questioned Order 66. Yes, they did. So some did, and those that did were shot and killed. Well, I mean, even afterwards. So afterwards, those that participated, as Captain Cody says, you have to live with those consequences. There are, we're not robots. He goes, we are, beings that think and feel. And he goes, and our actions, we have to live with those actions afterwards, which he is directly talking about Order 66, that they killed the Jedi that who they were working with, even though they were manipulating into doing it. But that's another thing that he's been talking, that he was talking about, that it's kind of a deeper thing that we haven't gotten into yet in Star Wars. And I kind of like that. I like that we're going in this direction. Yes, I would like to have seen this in a live action series. Quite honestly, it would be kind of cool to see. It'd be kind of tough to do with all the clones, but still, good stuff. And again, like I said, I want to see more episodes like this one. This one was actually a really good episode, and also showing Crosshair, what Crosshair does best. um the whole thing with the little mirror discs that he's thrown against the wall, and using those to ricochet shots into clankers. And yeah, it's just really kind of cool. Really well done. So with that said, what else do I have going on for the rest of this week? Well, tomorrow's gonna be a little bit of a different pace here. I'm gonna do and spoiler alert is what I'm gonna do. Basically, spoiler alert is a free for all. Really, it's anything you want to bring in that's you want to talk about spoilers. We can talk about spoilers as long as it's out in the public. No sneak previews, anything like that. This is all stuff that's out in the public. If you guys want to talk about spoilers, we can talk about spoilers and other stuff as well. Saturday I'm going to be off. Sunday is going to be another episode. Well, it's the Sunday edition of Saturday Morning Blast Off, where I take the genre news of the week and any genre stuff you guys want to talk about, and we talk about it. I know I missed it last week, or this week, you can say. Yeah, I just there's a lot of stuff going on, so I just wasn't able to get to it. So sorry about that. I know The Last of Us premieres on Sunday, but I think it's going to be too late to do a review of it the same day. I'll see how it is, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do The Last of Us on Monday, is what I'm going to end up doing. So I think The Last of Us will end up on Monday. Tuesday will probably be another episode of Is It Worth My Time? I don't know what I'm doing as of yet. There was really nothing on this week. It was kind of a dead area, to tell you the truth, for new stuff. We're at the beginning of the year, so everything is um, slowly ramping back up again. Yeah, The Legend of Vox Machina is on January 20th. There's stuff that's going to be trickling out, so we'll see what happens with what's coming out there. But exactly as Penn put up there, keep an eye over on suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule there. That's where I'm going to be posting up what I'm going to be doing there. So, with that said, this one's going to be a little bit of a short one. Thank you, everybody. I will see you again tomorrow for spoiler alert. Until then, well, actually, let me plug everything and then I'll say the goodbyes. How about that? Thank you to everybody who joined me tonight in the chat, Cheryl and Penn. And thank you if you made it this far in the video. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible to one of the videos in my vast video library and pops it up here just for you. And if you like what you see there, please hit that subscribe button down below there. And if you can, hit that like button, the share button as well. And if you want to know when I'm going to be on live again next, go over to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule up there. I change it every week. Also have all the links to my social media there and all the links to my pages as well. All right. With that said, now I'm going to let you go. Thank you, everyone. I will see you again tomorrow night. Until then, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you may find out that, you know, villains are, that was the other thing I was going to say. I kind of missed that little portion there was I'm kind of missing uh, the old villains that were just villains because they were bad, not because they were made that way, not because they were turned into villains, not because they were because of circumstances they became villains, but just villains because they're evil. And I think that's where Crosshair is going, into that territory of just being evil at this point, which I'm kind of liking as well. Now, with that said, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you, everyone. I will see you again tomorrow night. Have a good rest of your night. Take care. Stay safe. Be well. Wear those masks. Get those vaccine shots. Get the boosters as well. They don't work without the boosters. And I'll see you tomorrow night. Have a good rest of your night and take care, everyone. Good night.